Hi, welcome to the garden again. Today I'm going to do something several people have asked about, and they wanted to see more samples of the kinds of grids that I build and the sort of stones that are in them. So I have a whole bunch of grids that I'm about to mail out. Like, that's what I'm doing today. So to keep you up on what's in the grids, I've got grids here for you to look at. Now, this grid is called Belief. And in this it's a clear quartz pyramid in the middle, lapis lazuli on the ring that's closest to the middle, amethyst points also in that ring, fluorite, some blue-purple ones in a ring, and yellow citrine in a ring. And the wand that they will use to activate this is this amethyst wand here. Wrong way. It's amethyst wand. And the feeling about the feeling I'm trying to engender with the stones that are here are for belief. It is supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents, has a strong connection to the source. And the woman who I did the reading for, this was the card she pulled. And the clear quartz gives her strength. The lapis gives her peace from anxiety. I can put it where you see it. The amethyst points that are in it are for psychic development. The fluorite is for overall balance. And the yellow citrine is for strength. And that's to help her pull together those elements that we talked about in of bringing forth her own talents and understanding it with belief. The next person got healing, and you'll see they all look very different because the stones are very different. And this is healing, and the middle is a smoky citrine, and that's for strength. Tiger's eye are in, there's 6 little blue ones, and those are for peace from anxiety. There's yellow aventurine, which is for growth. Moss agate mixed is going to balance her energy. Tanzanite, which is the tiny little cubey looking grids, that's psychic development. And carnelian is grounding. And the vibration of healing supports our ability to restore our health and wholeness by using information that comes through our senses and harmonizing our life. So that's what her healing is about. And I think it's a pretty grid. You'll see the stones tend to be a little bit different for each sort of thing because you're getting a different vibration. That's what people want to bring into their lives. That's what the reading told us they needed to do in order to move forward. And we have perception. Try to get right side up. Okay, perception. Perception has a crystallite. That's the green one. It's on top of the center stone. The center stone, the large disc it's sitting on, is a fire agate. And the crystallite's for letting go, and the fire agates to attract new friends. And lapis lazuli in this case is for letting go. Amazonite, the lighter blue, is for letting go. Blue apatite is for energy. Yellow aventurine is for growth. And the jasper is there for protection. And once again, he will get an amethyst wand to fire this up. And perception it supports our natural curiosity, moving beyond our comfort zone to find the boundaries of what we perceive and take a hard look at them. So it's really, that's why it has so much about growth, new friends, and letting go. It means letting go of the old ways and going on with the news. These are beautiful blue apatites. There are 4 of them. They're really lovely. And that's perception. This is this one is passion. And in case you're wondering, when you get a grid from me, you get a complete description of what's all in the grid so you understand. And there's green aventurine is in the center. Then there's howlite sitting on top of it. The green aventurine is for the heart, and the howlite is to balance the energy. The yellow aventurine, once again, is for growth. Clear quartz is for peace from anxiety. Red jasper is the energy in it is to, the attribute is to be your unique self, and that's for emotional recovery. The fluorite is learning, self-confidence, balance, and coordination, overall balance. The carnelian, the little red jobs on the edge, are grounds and directs a spiritual path, psychic development. And the little quartz wands are really good for moving, draws off negativity and to balance the energy. And that's passion. This one's very nice. It's a very interesting concept. It's called realization. And the power of realization is the frequency of realization supports the internal processes of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth and the external process of bringing out our highest expressions into the world. So this is realization. It's taking what's inside you and bringing it forward. And this is right side up. And bloodstone, the dark green in the middle, is for purification, and it transmutes energy. And remember, it said it's taking energy from what's inside you and taking it to outside. Then the ice calcite that's on top of that amplifies energy, clears the negativity, and that's for her psychic development. Then the amazonite, bright blue, heals trauma, letting go. Malachite, dark green, opens the heart, protects it. That's a heart stone. Agate is balances body, mind, and spirit, centers your energy. And the ice calcite, the 12 little dudes that are around the edge, are for, they amplify the energy, clears negativity, and clears out old energy patterns, because part of realization in the statement is supports internal process, becoming aware of our heart-centered truth and bringing it out to the external world. So it needs that balance to do that. This one's pretty. This is Tantric Journey. And the Tantric Journey frequency unlocks the hidden knowledge and wisdom to reach a wholeness and completion through sensual experiences. Ooh. And the stones in this one are the centers, dark centers of moss agate, encourage tranquility and emotional development. The rhododite, the little pinky stone in the middle. Yeah, it's the little pinky one in the middle. Grounds energy and balances the yin and the yang while achieving the potential to clear the heart. And it's a protection. The yellow calcite, it's yellow and it's rough, and it's confidence, hope, and clears away self-doubt, and it's for strength. The amethyst, the purple, there's 8 of them, spiritual values, meditation, and spirit protection, abundance. Fire quartz, there's 3 on the left of the center, heals, hurt, and amplifies direct flow for energy. And the yellow aventurine, which are to the right center, there's 3 of them, balance, protection, and enhanced flow. Then the amethyst that's on there, there's 8 of them, spiritual values, meditation, and spirit protection for abundance. And citrine, there's 6 yellows. That's the success stone, clears negativity, and that's for her energy too. So that's Tantric Journey. And as I said, it's to help you learn through your senses. And the next one we have is Emergence. And Okay, in Emergence, the center is a blue apatite. Then there's 6 small lapis lazulis around it. The blue apatite brings thoughts down to the body. The lapis lazuli releases angry and negative thoughts, brings in calm and boosts your immune system. Sodalite, those are the larger of the blue stones around the center. Ends arguments, disagreements, heightens understanding. That's to attract new friends. The red jasper is there's 6 smaller ones are to get through hardships, actions and ideas that stay organized. The yellow adventurine, there's 6 of those. Those are balance, protection, and enhanced flow. And the red jasper is get through hardships, ideas, and actions and stay organized. And the vibration or the frequency of emergence allows us to approach the world with childlike innocence, enjoy watching and celebrating the unfolding beauty. So this gives her a lot of chances to let go of the past and look at the world with childlike mind, and to be free when she does that, and to attract new friends on that journey. There's a bunch of them, guys. I've been busy. This is authority. And authority is kind of an interesting vibration. It reminds us to be powerful, directed, and yet be receptive, wise, and loving. And this is authority. And the green tree agate, which is the 3 leaves at the front, in the center, inner peace, lightness of heart, mind, and spirit, calm. And that's to calm your nerves. Rose quartz, the little pink center there, is to bring in a calm and loving spirit and to dwell in safety. The green calcite, the little bright, little clear green looking ones, healing, anxiety, balance, and self-discovery. Clear quartz, the points, master crystal, draws off negativity and balances energy. Green adventurine, which are not clear. They're the ones that they look more like stones. There's 3 of them. Healing, good luck, calms the soul, abundance. Fancy agates, which are the 3 stones, the reddish, and 3 of them are on there. That spirit awakening keeps you safe from emotional vampires, which when you're working and you're trying to do things with authority, sometimes you get other people who want to latch onto your power, and that keeps them away. Yellow calcite, 6. Confidence, hope, and to clear self-doubt. And malachite are the 3 arches, and they open your heart and protect your aura and bring in the synchronicities we need to flourish. And when you look at this, there's a lot of 3s in this. And the reason, if you've followed any of my things on numerology, you know that 3 is the number where you take the 1, which is a pioneer at the beginning, the 2, the bringing people together, and then when you put those 2 together, you create the strongest form, the most basic form in sacred geometry, the triangle. And that is the most powerful form in there as far as being strong enough to hold weight. So there's a lot of 3s in there, because when you deal with authority, you're bringing a lot of elements together. Hopefully you're doing with it, you're keeping at the forefront body, mind, and spirit, and that balance. Now the next one we're going to look at is another emergence. Yes, you've already had one of these, but now you're going to see why different grids are different for different people. Frequency of emergence allows us to approach the world with childlike innocence, enjoy watching and celebrating the unfolding beauty. And in the case of this person, her center is a pyramid of blue pyramid of sodalite, which ends arguments, disagreements, and creates understanding patterns. The clear quartz that's around that, the 4 master crystal, draws off negative energy. The citrine, there's 4 of them. Success stone clears negative mental and creates mental clarity. Then there's 8 lapis lazulis. Release anger and negative thoughts, helps calm, boost your immune system and clarity. That does more for psychic development. The fire quartz, they're pinkish, heals hurt, amplifies direct flow of energy. That's another energy one. the red jasper. There's 6 stones around the outside. 5 of them are red jasper. That's to be your own unique self, and that's for emotional recovery. But in the case of this particular person, there's a dark stone right here. It's called a mookaite, and it comes from Australia. And it heals at the root chakra. And in particular, this person has a problem in the organs of her root chakra. She wanted me to put some emphasis on, as she emerges, for that to get stronger so she can deal more forcefully with her life. Then we have synergy. And I think this is just, I love the energy of synergy. I love the frequency of synergy. And I read these things because there's a ton of them and I don't have them all memorized. And I want to make sure you get the right definition. Synergy of, the frequency of synergy is our allowance to accept not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions, and find new ways to bring those functioning, to ways of functioning by embracing the unfamiliar and exciting new co-creations. So what you're doing is you're taking new ideas, new things you've never used before, bringing it into the world and creating something new that's unique, and that's doing synergy. Synergy, green aventurine in the middle, healing, good luck, calms the soul, psychic development. Carnelian, the red one, is just directly on top of it. This is a little more complicated grid that way. Grounds and direct spiritual path. The rose quartz, pink, there's 7 of them. Calm, loving, safety, attract new friends. Pink opal, 6. Healing and clearing and calming the heart. Psychic development. Green calcite, healing anxiety and self-discovery, the heart. The sodalite, there's 7 of those. Those end arguments and disagreements, help understand patterns. They're for peace and also to relieve anxiety. Amazonite, bright blue, there's 6 of them, heals trauma, letting go. Amethyst Points, purple and white, spirit values meditation, spirit protection, psychic development. That's the one that's at the very top. So in other words, the energy is rising up through these sets of stones and going out the top, and that's the release. And you have to remember that our minds are really hardwired from centuries of having to live in fear, having to stay in the confines of what we know. And synergy is saying, no, invite in the new ways, the new ideas, and giving them a safe place to be. That's why it talks about healing and letting go of restricting thoughts by accepting the new ones. Then we have, they keep on coming, guys. Prosperity, which, you know, when you read Tarot, there's an old poem about reading Tarot and all of the various elements. And at the end, it always comes down to this. Will I be poor? Will I be rich? Should I get rid of the son of a bitch? So the prosperity is, will I be poor? Will I be rich? The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by including everything that makes our body, mind, and heart, souls, and spirits sing. Celebrate the abundance of riches that the universe supplies. And I think it's very pretty. And it's a blue jasper in the middle, and it's nurturing, healing, and grounding, strength and energy. Rhodochrosite, which is pink at the center top. Love of others and oneself and an abundance. So that's the little gem in the middle. It's tying that together with the energy of nurturing. Then you have Carnelian 8, grounds and directs your spiritual path. Then you have 8 fire quartz, which heals hurts, amplifies and directs your energy flow. That's for energy. And aquamarine, light blue, there's 8 of them. They inspire truth and trust and letting go, soothing and clarifying thoughts. So that's what that guy's about. And that is for prosperity. As you remember, it said to create everything to make your heart, your soul, and your mind sing. And I have one more, and this one's really kind of spectacular. I've never had anyone pull this card before, but it's really a lovely card. It's called Remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports a memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul to this body. It provides us with information and tools of how to flow through this life. And this is Remembrance. And the big, it's not exactly a central stone. The big stone here is a pink rhyolite, and it is for resolution of issues and to facilitate change, clarity and change. The little stone in the middle is serpentine. I know you're used to seeing serpentine be green, but it can be white also. Revival of memories and building of wisdom. The petalite, which are the purple things at the bottom, these two. Release and reorganization of energy. That's to heal you from negativity. Remember, we're trying to figure out how to bring our old souls, our old lives through this and come out positive. Amethyst points are the things that look like feathers, and there's 10 of them. And the spiritual values in meditation and spirit protection, psychic development. Crocodile Jasper, there's 5 of them. They're a dark, dark blue. They probably look black on your screen. But they calm your mind and relieve stress, and they're there for wisdom. Amazonite is bright blue on the outer edge, and it heals trauma. Amethyst chevrons, which are up at the top. It's purple and white. It's a spiritual value, meditation, and spirit protection. And then the little tiny amethyst point at the very top and at the very bottom are spiritual values and meditation for psychic development. And that's what I do all day is I build those little gems. I've got to pack them all up now. I spend as much time, quite honestly, on getting the paperwork right so that people know what their grid's about. And if they get a grid and they don't get a full enough understanding of the stone, they now know what the stone is and they can Google it and see all of the power of a stone. Many stones have many, many, many different powers that they have. And so you can read about all the different elements they are. What I try to outline for the people that I do grids for is why I picked that stone, put it in that way. The other thing that I didn't get into with you on this go around is I pointed out on the one that had a lot of 3s, but most of these you heard they're like 4s, 6s, 8s, 10s, some got as much as 12. That relates to how the energy is balanced with numerology and sacred geometry. And so that's another element that's on this. When I give people letters about their grids, I explain which numbers are active in their grid. All of them have a 1 coming in. And even if they have 2 stones, that's the center point of coming in. And that to me is a 1. And I send every one of them will have an amethyst activation wand. Try saying that 4 times quickly. And those will be sent with it. And then they have one more meeting with me if they want to. Some people fire their own up and don't have any problem with it. But if they want me to walk them through it, I'm there to walk them through, fire the grid up, and create that energy in their life. Now that energy grows and grows. It flows from that. And it gets them in the flow of dealing with energy in their life. And it helps expand that. So people ask me, how do grids work? That's how grids work. It is. Anyway, and it doesn't take, you don't have to have a massive grid like that. You can have a beautiful single stone of selenite in your home. Selenite is very shiny, so it doesn't show on the camera. Or this is called I think they're called a one stone or whole stone. What they've done is they've taken the chakra colors and built it into a pyramid. You could have this in your house to focus on. People have chosen instead to work with me, work with the cards, and work with an area of their life they want to focus on. And that's gritting. I'm going to try and focus more on crystals and things like that. I'm also going to try to focus on how to use the energy that flows in your life, how you can best co-create with the elements and the things we're learning about in my garden. But these are some of the seeds I've planted in my garden, and I will let you know how they grow. And you have a good weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Goodbye.